A year of discovery continues for one Caroline County man. First, he joined us to discuss how he gained access to Bloodsworth Island to visit the graves of his ancestors.
He then stopped by to share with us a few local brushes with fame as part of Caroline County's 250th anniversary celebration. And then his journey took a new path.
His latest quest to drive every mile of road in his home county is complete, and it would be an understatement to suggest lessons were learned. We'd like to welcome back Caroline County historian Chad Dean. Chad, welcome back to DelmarvaLife. Good to see you as always.
Thank you.
So what prompted you to begin this journey?
Well, I suffered a series of unfortunate events at the beginning of 2024. I had to have emergency spine surgery, and then almost back to back, no pun intended, I had to have heart surgery.
Oh my.
And so I certainly did not want to just sit at home and be sad. I knew I needed, for the best possible recovery, to do something, to keep my mind engaged and to keep my body engaged, even if it was something very low impact. So just randomly, I found this road map of Caroline County at a vintage shop in Lower Delaware, ironically. And the wheels started to turn in my head, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to take a highlighter, and I'm going to go page by page, town by town, through the 10 municipalities in Caroline County. And in the past month, I completed the last road out of the 450 miles of county maintained road in Caroline County. Yes.
Drove them all. So we understand that in the process of, you learned something interesting about your grandfather.
That is correct, and I had no idea that he did this when he was elected county commissioner in 1978, but he was concerned about the quality of the roads back then. And so, unbeknownst to me, until I was in the middle of my quest, he too had set out to drive all of the roads of Caroline County.
How about that?
And we're not talking just about 450 miles of paved road. We have, in 2025, about 78 miles of dirt road, which is more than any other county in the state.
Okay.
And I'm kind of proud of that, to be from a dirt road county.
Okay.
But it doesn't stop there. If you want to talk about this series of odd coincidences. The same time that I found this clipping of him talking about driving around Caroline County in 1978, I found a picture of him at a restaurant in Key West. And it turns out my first visit to Key West, I also went to that restaurant my first night there.
Really?
But it doesn't stop there. He went to Alaska, some 40 years before I did. He took a picture in front of an iceberg, and it just happened to be the one that I chose to take a picture in front of when I went there. And so I don't think there are coincidences. We're just two Caroline County guys with the betterment of Caroline County on our minds, and so we have lived this parallel life, and it's just neat to continue to find out these little bits of trivia and just connections. It pleases me.
How about that?
It makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside to find out these things.
I bet. Didn't you both walk across the county?
Well, I can't speak for him, but I believe I'm the only Caroline County resident to have walked the length of Caroline County.
Oh, okay.
It's the American Discovery Trail, and in Caroline County it goes from Hickman at the Delaware line to Tuckahoe State Park on the Caroline County line. And through me doing that, promoting that, writing about it, Denton ultimately was able to obtain Trail Town status from the American Discovery Trail, and Denton happens to be the first town in the country to receive that designation.
How about that? That is awesome. Historic preservation is important to you.
That is correct. And it's not just me driving around the county listening to Spotify and crossing things off my list.
Right.
One of the important lessons out of several lessons I learned while driving is there are a number of abandoned historical buildings, and some of them are beyond repair, falling down. Still others have historical significance and could be saved. So one of the things I'd like to do post-project is to get more active in terms of historic preservation, look for grant money, look for benefactors, look for opportunities in general to market and promote the history of Caroline County.
Oh, you're doing a wonderful job of doing that thus far. So do you have any other projects you'd like to get involved in?
Certainly, and it's basically at the same time I'm finding these houses, some of them are abandoned and some of them upon closer inspection are not. There are people, especially elderly folk, living in substandard housing. So in terms of going to bat for Caroline County, I'd love to help the rural elderly poor of the county in some way. So I think that's going to be my next focus moving forward.
Wow, that is pretty fascinating. So any more counties that you're planning on walking across, or?
Just Caroline?
Well,
Just Caroline?
the thing about the American Discovery Trail, it goes from Lewis, Cape Henlopen State Park, all the way to Point Reyes, which is a national park unit in California.
Right.
And I have walked miles upon miles of the trail in multiple states, but I think I'll start with finishing Delaware, and then see what opportunities are afforded to me out west this summer.
That's wonderful. I love how you took something that could have put you down for a while and it turned it into something great like this.
I've never felt better, and I've never felt more engaged with Caroline County, and so I'm always looking for opportunities to both improve and promote my home county.
Thank you for doing that, Chad. So good to see you.
Thank you.